So it's been a little bit of a rough start to 2019. That's why I haven't been as consistent as I hoped to be when I started doing this. With that said, there's been a lot going on in the world of wrestling. Uh, let's see, where to start? I want to start with the recent push of Finn Balor. I like it. It's different. He deserves it. He's a great wrestler. I honestly think that Brock Lesnar works better with smaller guys because he can play that dominant, ragdoll. I'm going to throw you around. I'm a badass heel character. The quicker, smaller guy can get the upper hand on him, and they can both make each other look really good. From what I hear, they both want to work with each other, so I expect it to be a good match. I would, however, be shocked if Balor were to beat Brock. That doesn't mean I don't want to see it, because I think it's important to have the main title holder around on the show more. I've said it numerous times. I don't feel the champions have to be on the show every single week. Once or twice a month. There's nothing wrong with having them miss a week or two. It makes it feel more special when they're around. But when you have a guy that is only around every couple months, that's when things get bad. In watching Raw, they have been skirting the PG-13 or PG, rating a little bit with this Mandy Rose, Jimmy Uso possible cheating gimmick, and then the stagehand working in on Alexa Bliss. I have a lot of a problem with the infidelity gimmick, or what it was seeming to be an infidelity gimmick, because the women's revolution has made so many strides. I don't want to see a step backwards to a time where women were just featured for their bodies. I do not want to see that. The Alexa Bliss thing, as I said on social media, I have a lot less of a problem with, because I think if we're all honest with each other, we've all accidentally walked in on somebody in a bathroom, in a dressing room, in a bedroom, not knowing they were in there, or, they didn't hear us knock. So that's a little bit more of a regular or real life occurrence to me. So I didn't have a huge problem with that. I understand those that do, though. Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is the classic example of a guy who needs a manager. He cannot cut a promo. He got out there with Brock the other week. He looked like deer in the headlights. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was saying, and it was awful. But from what I hear, that's not why he was pulled from the match. It wasn't because of his injury. It was because Vince just did not want to see Braun Strowman lose a third time to Brock. My question is, why not just have Braun Strowman beat Brock? But I digress. We're going to get a better match out of Finn Balor and Brock anyway, probably. I really think, getting to some stuff about the Royal Rumble, I really think the best way to get Ronda onto SmackDown, or get Ronda feuding with Becky Lynch, rather, is to get her on SmackDown. The best way to do that is have Sasha beat Ronda, either clean, have her cheat and turn heel, or just have it be a screw job where Becky Lynch and or Charlotte cost Ronda the match. Then later that night, Ronda goes to the Rumble, wins the Rumble, and moves over to SmackDown. That way, she can challenge Becky Lynch, who I believe will beat Asuka at Royal Rumble. You know, this is a much better way of getting one person over to SmackDown as opposed to trying to get two people over to Raw, especially if you're going to do a triple threat match at WrestleMania. And from what I understand, from everything I'm reading, Fox, because they want SmackDown to have more of a real sport feel, wants Ronda Rousey on SmackDown anyway. So you're killing multiple birds with one stone with doing it that way. Full disclosure, this was not my original idea. I did not come up with this. I actually heard it from someone I follow on Twitter, and he gets a little butthurt when he doesn't get credit. So this was not, this plan was not my original thought. I completely agree with it. Do I think the WWE will do it? Probably not. That's all I got for now, guys. I will be doing these more, like I said. I'm going to do a full Royal Rumble preview before I leave for Arizona on Thursday. And we'll talk some TakeOver, too. See ya.